perhaps you can talk a little about some of the films that you've seen, where people, the key is to really value your own authenticity more so. Like, for example, you look at Shakespeare and everyone's like, oh, it's got to be proper. It's got to come off like this.
And this is something that it's unfair.
Yeah.
There was a TV series, and it was absolutely authentic. It was about Shakespeare in his time. It was dirty and bloody. England's a dirty place.
Yeah.
And they come out doing all the world, and it's like, and then we start trying to do it. You can't do that. Let them do it that way. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And they didn't talk the way they talk now. They didn't. It was a diseased, dirty time.
Yeah.
And they do it in Shakespeare, this miniseries. They do it exactly, damn close. Damn close. It was wet and dirty and diseased and fucking and whoring. It was all there.
Yeah.
Shakespeare had an affair. And it's in there. He had a child. He had children with a woman.
Yeah.
It's there. It showed how the plays were written to reflect the time. It's not royal. It is meant to be done. It's meant to be given. We can do it.
Yep.
I have experienced in the last 2 years a boy in my class who can kick the shit out of it. Better than any student I've ever had. And you know what? He doesn't really know it. He just loves it.
Yeah.
And I have seen him work absolutely egoless on Hamlet. I kept through him Hamlet and he did it. He knocked it out of the park. Henry V, knocked it again. He just goes in and eats it. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about the fact that he loves it. Like he does it for the joy.
He loves it. I feel like I passed it on to him.
Yeah.
And no one's ever loved it like that.
Yeah.
No one. And I'll be going home and he's asking me questions about it. Well, you said I could do Henry V, which speech? I said there's a Hamlet. I don't want to do Hamlet. I've already done those speeches. I don't want to go backwards. Okay, what do you want to do? He's hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry.
Yeah.
He and his girlfriend I adore. And I have so many books. And I had it was a gift from a very dear friend. He gave me the entire canon of Shakespeare, all of them.
Yeah.
So one day I said, here, take them. What are we doing? I said, take them home, they're yours. He's been going through, brings them to, he's been eating them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I have infected him with something that is going to bring joy to him for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And he's got it, and he loves it. And he's eating it the right way.
Maybe talk about how he brings his love to it and why actors should value their authentic self more than something outside of themselves or trying to be something else.
Well, because it's built to kill us.
Yeah.
The most horrific thing in our industry is the comparing of one actor to another. The Academy Awards. How can you compare? George C. Scott said, I don't want this. If we all did the same part and we could see who did more, then we could, I don't want this. You can't compare people.
Yep.
You can't compare artistry. You cannot compare it. And all we do is put that burden on ourselves.
Yeah.
Of, I've got to go for that. I got to go for that carrot.
Right.
We're not seals, and we don't jump for fish.
Right. Yeah, I think the comparing gets dangerous all throughout life.
But it starts immediately.
Yep.
I see these kids come in their face of anxiety of wanting to be these actors.
Yep.
I got one kid that wants to be Brando. I want to slap him in the head. And he tells me he doesn't want. I say, you're lying.
Right.
Stella said when she saw Streetcar, she said they're going to be scratching and burping for the rest of the American theater. Yeah. That was one character. That wasn't a technique of acting. It was truthful. It was brilliant. It was one character. The world had never seen that. So then all of a sudden, the play was truth. Stanley Kowalski was truth.
Right.
And there we go.
Speaking of Brando and how he brought that to the role, you had talked before about punctuation and words along the lines of someone trying to be perfect and get it right. Talk about punctuation and Shakespeare.
Take the goddamn punctuation out. Yeah. Take it out. You know, take it out. See if it works. It's not done for actors. Yeah. It's done for class.
Yeah.
For 6th grade or 9th grade. So you won't. They'll just read the whole thing. Punctuation is not for us. Take it out. See if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
We're limited sometimes by the punctuation.
Yeah.
The punctuation is not put for you to act. It wasn't put for you to experience anything but the word in idea. Punctuation is for you to express and internalize the word by idea, not by expression. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women. You can't do that. What are you saying? All the words are stage, and all the men and women are married players with their entrances. But if we do it, we do it.
I think you say that a lot. You talk a lot about how it's not about the words.
All right. When Tennessee Williams said Stella ... Stella ... Stella, you know, what is that?
Yeah.
He said Stella because he wanted his woman.
Yeah.
He wanted his woman.
Yeah. ...
How the hell are you gonna do Stella ... I'm gonna have a T-shirt that Stella ...
Stella.
All right. Stella ...
Right.
I've always depended on the kindness of strangers. ... The hell are you gonna do with that? You see how stupid that is? You see how stupid this is?
Yeah.
You're my brother. You're supposed to protect me. You're my brother. You're supposed to protect me. ... You understand that? You see how stupid that is?
Yeah.
Once more before the breach. Once more before the breach, dear friends. Once more. What the hell are you doing with punctuation? What the hell are you doing with it?
Yeah.
That's for kids. That's for 9th grade assignments. That's to understand the ideas, the words, not to understand the expression of the characters that are saying those words.
From all your experience in acting, would you say that some of the mistakes that people have made sometimes become the biggest gifts, as opposed to it being perfect? Have you seen that through your experience, as far as people just not looking at the words, but just letting the energy kind of fill out the...
Some of the best thing that I learned is because I was lazy and I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
So I made really big mistakes, but they led me somewhere else.
Yeah.
And Eric Barr, a brilliant teacher, taught me how to make those mistakes and run with them. And they weren't mistakes.
Yeah.
I was finding something that was different.
Yeah, that's pretty key. So talk about finding something different as far as having fun with acting. We were talking about this movie with Jack Black, The House with a Clock for Walls, and where he plays a warlock. And he just brings his own playful self to it.
This is a man. Now he's going to be categorized as that.
Yeah.
He's always going to play that crazy thing.
Yeah.
See, Robin Williams was shackled by Mork. Yeah. And he couldn't get away with it. But when he did Dead Poets Society, he said, no, I'm an actor.
Yep.
When he did that other film where he won an Academy Award, Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, Good Will.
He was amazing.
Yep.
There was no Mork there.
No.
There was no joke there. This was a man who talked to a kid who was broken, and they were broken the same way, and he could help him. Yeah. And he said, go get the girl, and you saw him leave. He was beyond magnificent.
Yeah.
Beyond magnificent. Because opportunity met talent, and he was strong enough to stop laughing.
Yeah.
He
Well, even like Jim Carrey too. I mean, there's a lot of people that come from comedy, and obviously, a lot of those comedians take that from their pain and infuse it into their comedy. But some of those actors are like Jim Carrey and
well, they're not.
Robin
They're
Williams,
not. Some of them, like I don't know.
Serious bits they do is
I don't know if Jim Carrey's ever been given the opportunity. A.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's ever wanted it. B. But I think there's something very large behind him, and I don't know if he'll ever discover it. I don't know if he wants to.
Yeah.
But the boy, I don't remember his name. He died. Who played the Joker?
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I think, and I don't think it was the Joker. I think his enormous talent woke him up. And the Joker did something to him that allowed him to break through. But see, it wasn't the Joker. It was his psyche that went to places and opened doors that he hadn't comfortably opened before. So through those portals came the Joker. Through the portals came insanity.
Right.
Through those portals became need for things. I don't know what he used, but he needed somebody to shut all that down. And he used the wrong things.